Hi guys, welcome back for another video. I'm Jess and I'm one of the creative designers here at Sizzix. Today I have a super fun and easy way to spice up any gift that you are giving this Christmas or for anything really. And all you need is a bottle of your gifties' favourite bubbly. We're talking champagne, Prosecco, it could even be non-alcoholic fizz. And I'm going to show you guys how to paint it, decorate it using your die cuts. And it's so simple, really quick, perfect for any last minute gift. So let's get started. So I have started with my champagne, or I've got sparkling wine here. Now I've already started to paint mine just to save a little bit of time. Obviously the bottle was a plain glass, it was just a green bottle. And I've decided to paint it white, so any of my die cuts will show up. So I'm going to take just some of the creamy acrylic paint from Sizzix, and this is just a white colour. And I'm literally just going to do some touch-ups just to show you how easy it is. Now you want to use acrylic paint, that's very important, so it sticks to the glass. But other than that, it can be any acrylic paint. I just really like the Sizzix one. It's got a really nice matte finish, so it doesn't look too shiny against your die cuts or anything like that. Now, I keep the label on the front and I've ended up painting the label on the back. You could leave the label on the back as well if you wanted to. And then you can either mask off your label using some maker's tape, or you can, if you've got a steady hand that is, just take your paint and just run it along the edge of that label. And you want to cover your bottle. So I tend to do these edge pieces. I've done these first and then used a fatter brush to cover most of the bottle. But I'm just going to do a couple of touch-ups here. And about 2 or 3 layers is about good. And the good thing about this paint is it dries really quickly as well. So you can literally leave it for a few minutes and then go over again with the extra layer that you need until it's pretty much covered. But the good thing is we are going to cover it with a lot of die cuts. So that's going to take up most of the space. And remember, this is like a last minute gift, so, you know, don't worry if it's not fully perfect. It'll still look amazing and it'll still look like you put in loads of effort. So once that's fully painted, you want to set that aside to dry. So I'm just going to pop that to one side. And then that's when you can bring in your die cuts. So I've got a mixture of festive dies. So I have, forgetting the names now, Christmas elements and Christmas decorations. These are great because you've got loads of really little pieces that you can use and utilise, because you don't want anything too big for your bottle. So these are kind of perfect. So I'm going to utilise these and an alphabet set, which is the essential type, because I have, as you can see on the front, got my, oh, just behind there, my Merry Christmas on there as well. So you could put a name on there if you wanted to, but just having that alphabet just makes it a little bit more personalised as well. Obviously, if you're doing it for a different occasion, then you change up the message that you're going to send and the dies to be something a little bit more fitting. So I've matched most of my colours with the label on the front of my bottle. You can definitely do that whatever bottle is going to be the one that you've chosen. So I've chosen those kind of colours. I'm still sticking to something kind of festive as well. And the key ingredient to this, and to make it so much easier, is going to be your Sizzix adhesive sheets. Now these are going to be great because we're going to stick these on the back of our cardstock and then we're going to die cut. So when we go to stick them on the bottle, they're going to stay. Now it's not the only thing we're going to do to keep them secure, but this is going to help you massively. So I am just going to take sheets of these and I'm going to stick these onto the back of all the cardstock pieces that I need to use. So I just cut a piece that is about the correct size. You peel it off, so you peel off the layer with all of that writing on, and then stick that down, and then we're going to use that to die cut, and I'm going to do that with all of these pieces. Okay, so I've got all those cut out and got my adhesive on the back. I'm just going to take my Big Shot Plus, sorry, not my Plus, my just Big Shot platform, and I'm going to start to layer up what I want to get cut in. So I'm going to take some of the trees from here, and I've done quite big pieces, so I'm going to probably end up chopping these down, to be honest. I'm going to take one of the stags from here. I'm just going to grab my scissors and just trim this one down because I probably don't need it as big as I do have. And then I think I'm going to take some of the bauble elements from the Christmas decorations die. So I'm just kind of mixing and matching everything. So I'm going to grab one from here. I've got some already cut out, so I'm just seeing what I've got and what I don't have. I think I need one of these lighter reds. Okay, so I'm going to die cut most of that, and I might need to do a couple more passes because I've got multiple different decorations on there, but using quite a lot of these same pieces. So I'm just going to sandwich that up and then roll that through my machine. And as you can see, I'm just going to grab a die pick. As you can see, these have cut straight through the cardstock and having that adhesive on the back. So don't worry about them cutting. They should cut perfectly with that double layer. And then these little decorations. And you just want a handful of these in the different colours that you're going to start working with, okay? Because I'm going to do my baubles at the top and the kind of trees and everything down the bottom. I'm just going to cut out some more of those trees really quickly, and then we can start arranging everything. Okay, so I think I've got everything I kind of need. I've got a handful of bits off to the side that I've already done as well, like I said, just to save me a bit of time. So I'm going to move my die cuts to the side, and I've got some more over here. And then what I've actually already done is I've die cut all of my alphabet as well using that essential type die. It does have the adhesive on the back, and I've just kept them sitting there. I haven't poked them out, and I just need to pull them out when I'm ready to put them on the bottle. So I tend to start with the alphabet or the lettering, whatever you're doing, just to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to start to arrange that on the front, and all you need to do is then peel back the backing like so, and then press that onto the front. Now I'm going to use my other one kind of as a reference. And the good thing about this adhesive is, yes, it's going to stay stuck, but actually I'm not going to press anything firmly down until I've got everything kind of in place, because if I want to pick something up and move it around, I can definitely do that with this, because it's going to give me that opportunity that glue doesn't, that unless I've firmly pressed it down, it's going to be easy for me to kind of just pick up and move. So I'm just going to arrange all of these and then we'll move on to the trees and the baubles. Okay, so once you're firmly happy with the arrangement, you can kind of go up and pick them around and make sure they're in the right place, but just firmly press them down, and then they're going to be pretty secure until we go over the top with our Mod Podge or glaze or anything like that, okay? So now we can start to move on to the kind of decoration elements. So you can play around with what kind of thing you're wanting to do with all of these elements. You don't have to copy the exact design that I've gone for, but I'm going to do some hanging baubles from the top, and I'm going to have them alternating, and then I'm going to have a mixture of trees and things going on down at the bottom. But you could do so many different things. You could do little presents, you know, whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to avoid this middle section and then go around the top here. And I've used about, like say, 5 or so colours to kind of match what I've got going on the label. But you could do whatever you wanted with your design and with your colours. But it's so super simple. They're literally kind of like stickers almost. And then you can just arrange them to your heart's content. And I am going all around the bottle with all of my decorations as well. But you don't necessarily have to. I'm going to put this blue one over here. Okay, and then you can start to think about your bit down the bottom. So I've got this stag that I wanted to add on. So I'm going to kind of have half on the label. And then these little trees work great along the bottom. And honestly, you can see here how easy this is, how quickly it kind of comes together. And that's why I've kind of called it a last minute gift. So anybody can give this a go. You could even use them as like place name decorations. So you could have everybody's name on them and have them at your Christmas dinner table. Honestly, so many different options, which I just love, because you can really have a lot of fun, personalise them to the person you're gifting or to the theme that you're going for. Okay, so I'm just going to stick one more down. I'll probably do a few more if we had a little bit more time, but hopefully you get the idea of how you can create your own little scene on the bottle. Oh. Like so. And then my last kind of finishing touch before I add my kind of finishing glaze over the top is I like to take a Sharpie. Now I'm using a gold Sharpie just because it's matching the foil on my bottle and my sentiment on the front. But I just go and I'm just going to add my strings for my baubles and little bows. There are die cuts in this set that can kind of do this for you, but I wanted to draw them on so then I can determine the length of these. And I just liked the kind of hand-drawn element, but you can kind of die cut some of these extra elements if you want to as well. I've seen a lot of these for wedding gifts and things like that as well. So you could definitely do this as a wedding gift. And that'd be really cute. So we've added those on. You could even then go on and add little stars to the top of your trees. Again, there are little die cuts that can do this as well if you wanted to do that instead. I'm just kind of tying in that hand-drawn element from the top as well. And like I said at the beginning, I painted on the label on the back so I could continue the design all the way around, but you didn't have to do that. You could leave that label unpainted if you wanted to. And then the last thing that you kind of want to do is to secure everything in place, okay? So I'm going to use a matte Mod Podge. Now you could use a kind of lacquer glaze or a spray or anything like that to kind of secure everything in place, but it's really important that you just do something that's going to make sure none of these pieces are going to go anywhere, because it is just held down by that adhesive and they will peel off because they are against that paint at some point. So I'm just going to take this, ooh, if I'm strong enough, there we go, and then just kind of a thick flat brush, and you just want to paint it over the top, and this is going to dry perfectly clear. It's going to secure all of these pieces in place. And you just want to run that over everything. Now, because this is going to dry clear and matte, you could even go over your label as well. And actually, I'm going to have to, because I've put my stag over my label. But of course, this is your very last step, so make sure you've got everything down where you want it and you're fully happy with your design before you go ahead and do this. And then once you've covered your entire bottle, obviously you do the whole thing, go over every die cut piece, make sure it's fully secure and it's not going anywhere. And then you want to leave that to dry for a few hours. It doesn't tend to take that long actually to dry. But yeah, a good few hours, and then it's just going to be dry and clear. And then it's going to look like this one. So just pop the lid back on. And as you can see, that has dried perfectly clear. And we've got, oh, there we go. And we've got everything covered. It's all super secure. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Just hold that up so you can see it as well. And you've got that really nice kind of satin finish to it as well. And then all I've done is I've just added a little bow at the top and then a little tag. So we've got our tag where we can write who we're gifting it to, and our little message, and a little red ribbon bow. Super simple, super effective, and the perfect last minute gift if you're scrambling a couple of days before Christmas or a couple of days before an event or something where you need to gift something. I think this would be the perfect kind of personalised present. And who doesn't love a bottle of bubbly? But if you're not a drinker, you can obviously do non-alcoholic, like I said at the beginning. And you can completely personalise it with names and colours and whatever you like. So that is, I think, all that I have to show you. If you recreate this or you make your own for Christmas, this Christmas, or any kind of event that you have coming up or gift-giving event, then please share your pictures with me down below in the comments and share it across our socials. We love to see it and we love to share all of our inspiration that you guys create and give to us, so we can all kind of see what everyone's up to and those gorgeous makes that you are creating. But that is all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, stay safe and keep crafting. Thanks. Bye.